Hello, a little earlier tonight than usual. I have a lot of things that I'm prepping for Saturday. So I'm doing a chalkathon to help raise money and awareness for lots of love. So tonight we're gonna do something, I don't know, it's a little, sometimes you just get little ideas and they just pop in your head. So I'm gonna take this banner and I'm gonna turn it into a gift card holder. So let me just see, I could show you, because I am like terrible at pricing and stuff, so let me just, okay. So this little pennant banner, they used to be $6.99 and now they're $4.99, so there was a nice price drop in that. So it's 5 by 7. So now the trick with this one was trying to find, actually I could just leave that right there, trying to find a transfer that would kind of fit on here. But you could, you know, there's a lot of different things you could use, especially anything that's like little pieces. But yeah, so I have a whole bunch of colors here, and let's see. Oh, I was gonna look for something, but so I'm just gonna get started. Just trying to kind of keep this sort of centered. And I'm gonna be mindful of this edge, this where it's folded over. I'm gonna go pretty close to it, but I don't want my transfer to like lift up right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work this way, so that way I'm sure to not stick my hands in in the mess. I'm just looking for, I wanna mix some colors. So I don't really have the right color. That's the one thing I didn't think about before I came on. All right, I am just gonna use a piece of plastic from one of the transfers, and then I'll just wipe it off. So let's see. All right, so this part I'm gonna do black. And, oh, I took my tray away. That's all right. So I have a little tray that after I use the transfers, I'm taking them off and putting them on there. But it looked weird. It showed in the corner of the screen there, so. All right, so just want to make sure everything is pressed down. You have no air bubbles. You know, especially with ink, you want to make sure it's pressed down really nice. You don't have to stir the ink up, just, oops, there's like a little glob in there. And now with ink, you don't want to go like this way, then that way. You don't want to go, you want to stick with the same direction. And that is because you want to make sure that you're not pushing the ink under the transfer, like if it was sort of lift. And you want to start off of the open area so that you don't have too much ink going through. I just want to give that another little press right there. Because again, with the ink, you know, you can't really start over. I used to be so afraid of the ink, you know, because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna ruin whatever it is, and now I can honestly say I probably prefer it, but I mean, how many things can I make myself? Because it's hard to have, you know, if you're making like shirts and stuff like that, have them, you know, for other people. If you're doing it as they want them, that's fine, but you know, if I make a shirt and it's in size large, doesn't really help somebody that, you know, wants that shirt in size small. So, all right. So I'm just gonna peel this up, and I always peel really slowly so that if I have a spot that I missed, I can kind of, you know, I could push it back down and go back over it. All right, so there is that. where can I put this that I'm not making a mess with it? All right, I'm just gonna put a paper over here. And I'm putting it the sticky side up, so, because I don't want it to stick to the paper. All right. So now the next thing I'm gonna put down is the little margarita glass. I just had to think and make sure which way I was putting it. Now I'm gonna try to put it up really close to here. And I'm gonna kind of tip it too. So the reason I wanted to come on earlier too is so that I could finish this tonight. So I'm gonna let it dry and then I'm gonna heat set it because I kind of can't put the last step together until, you know, until it's dry, because I'm gonna like seal it up. So I'm just kind of pressing from the center, make sure I don't have air bubbles. And I'm not gonna press like right where we're gently resting it on top of the other part we just did. I'm just gonna literally take my nail and just make sure that little edge is sealed. Okay, so this is where I kind of want to make a color because I don't really have a color that I'm looking for. So I want a kind of a greenish color, but not that green. Let me just see if I want something a little brighter. So, and you know, we're not using much. This is weird. I feel like I'm gonna feel like it's so late now because usually I come on so late. And I'm just gonna take a little yellow. Oh, I'm sorry, I realize I'm off screen here. So I'm just taking a little yellow and we're gonna just mix it together. And I'm probably gonna add some white to this too to kind of, because it still looks, actually it still looks like the same color. I didn't want to do like a berry color because we're gonna do, there's a cherry, so let's see, another little thing. I'll just use, okay, this is like way more, but I really want to lighten this up. All right. Well, that's better. All right. I guess it's kind of good too with a little bit of swirl of kind of, you know, some other colors in it. So I don't know how light that looks for you guys, but that's much closer to what I'm looking for. This is kind of like where we started, and then it's kind of a little bit yellowier. I think I'd like better, but I think that's good. I'm just gonna leave it like that. So we're just gonna scoop some up. And again, we're gonna start just past the open area. And if you were nervous, you could also put like a piece of tape along there if you know, because there's not a lot of room right at that edge. Okay, I just want to get the excess off here. Ooh. Just have a couple little lines there. Right, I'm just gonna peek. All right, good. Again, just going really slow, so if there's somewhere that I want to touch up, I have the transfer, like right there. Okay. Let me just get this out of the way. So it kind of wasted a lot of ink, but that's all right. Now we'll do the cherry. Guess I haven't used all these pieces yet. Let me just cut this off. Actually, because we're going to use the other piece here too. I'll just set that there for the moment. I'm not going to use that. It's like the little, I don't know, the pick that goes through. I don't know. Maybe we will. Okay. Maybe we'll just go. Actually, you know what? That doesn't matter. We'll do these two. Let me go over here. Okay, so we have no air bubbles, and let me just like almost put my arm in it. Just keep that out of the way. All right, so let's see. We'll just keep that one. So same thing. The red. I want to add a little bit of another tone. So I'm going to take a little bit of the currant jam and mix it with the candy apple red. Actually, maybe kind of the other way around. So maybe more the, oh my gosh, I can't open this. That is why I have my little jar opener here. Oh my gosh. Just sometimes that top edge gets all, you know, the ink in there and kind of hardens a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit here because we really don't need much. And I'm just dipping the other corner in. All right. Oh, I kind of like it like not fully mixed together. Oops. I just want to get the rest of that off of there so it's, I can control the colors I get here. Okay. Actually, you know what? I think we'll do another one of those. It's really cute. We'll put it this way down here. Ah. No, I don't want to get this on my hands because I don't want to then get it all over the rest of it. And too late, it's on my hand. Okay, this one I want to get a little bit of a brighter. All right, I'm breaking my rule. Hopefully it doesn't mess it up. It looks just as dark. Okay. All right. Just put that up there. Give me 2 seconds to wipe my hands. So on Saturday, I'll be on and off live the whole day. I have so many like awesome projects planned. Today I was outside. I cut some pieces of wood. I sanded stuff. So I know definitely there'll be a couple things from what I did today, like what I cut today that I'll be using. But then I have like a whole bunch of other stuff too that I have ready to go. And I have started making a list of projects to make, just to make sure I have everything kind of organized. So it'll be ready to go. All right, so I'm just gonna take the yellow to do that. I'm gonna go with that it's 11 slice. I don't know, maybe use it as orange, or you could do it as a lime. Which is good because this will add a little brightness to the piece. And I think the same thing, we should do another one right over here. So I know this looks weird that it's parts are like upside down. But once it's all together, it won't, it'll make more sense. Oop. There we go. And I got just a little bit of yellow right there. Of course I did. Okay, so let me just close everything up, and I will show you with another banner. I'm just looking to see where I have one because I didn't think about that. Okay, let me get this out of the way. So I'll show you what I'm gonna do with another banner, because obviously this one is all wet. I don't want to mess with it and ruin it. Okay. And just so you know, if you have looked on the website, the ink mats are still out of stock. They are going to be out of stock for a little while. So, but you can always use a piece of cardboard, you know, like when you're doing a t-shirt or something like this, and use painter's tape to kind of hold it in place. I mean, this just makes it a lot easier. But I guess they're just having some problems with shipping. So, all right. So let me show you. So if you remember this banner, let me just slide that over. If you remember this banner from a live a couple of nights ago, this is actually, it's the same thing. Obviously this one I painted. This one I actually, because this is the real color, I bleached it just to see what would happen. It did make it a lot lighter, the color, but it also, the material like changed. I don't know, it's like a lot thinner or something, like, you know, disintegrated. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be folding it over like this. And then I'm going to take this glue. So this is, you can use this on fabric. It's meant more for, you know, not for clothes and things like that you would be washing. But I'm just going to go right along the seam here, and I'm just going to glue it there. I also may, depending on, I mean, this holds really well. And it's just meant to be like for like a gift card or something like that. But if you wanted to use this for like a little change purse or, you know, something like that, you definitely would want to go and like, you know, reinforce it with like stitching or, you know, something, embroidery, maybe put like Velcro there so that it closes. But so that is what it's going to be. So just like that. So this is a little pencil purse. So as soon as this dries, I'll heat set it, and then I'll put it together, and then I'll post a picture so that you can see the finished product. All right. Thank you so much for watching. So just a quick little project tonight, and I'll be live again tomorrow at some point. And then definitely like Saturday, like I said, I'll be live majority of the day. I put myself down for going live from 10 to 10. Obviously, I'm not going to be live the entire 12 hours. But I'll be, you know, I'll be live for a while and then I'll take a break and come back. So, all right. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great night.